Is on each other.
I told you. I said, did you saw a shiny object? And I saw a squirrel. We're all good.
It's true. It's true. I did. I was like, yeah. No, actually, what I ended up doing is that I got super inspired, and I ended up making a couple of TikToks, and then I was like, oh shit, I got a live.
That's a shiny object TikTok.
It is. It's a very shiny object. It's a very shiny object. It catches a lot of people's attentions. Okay, so we are officially live. Let's see when people choose to choose to join the stream. But I'm just gonna go and drop my information. Oh, let me see. Yep. Great. We got a few comments. Oh, Vaishu or Angelic Love Messenger. Sophia, Gigi, welcome everybody. Thank you all for joining. Today I am with one of my fellow Six Spirits team member, Bronwyn Davies, who is live via audio. You'll hear her as she's guiding me into the trance state and helping with these connections to bring out just deeper, more impactful messages, guidance from spirit, energy work, whatever wants to come through. These are going to be short mini reads today. The exchange request is $25. I will be posting up my PayPal shortly in the comments. So if you would like to get on the list, we're going to keep it small because the messages can get kind of deep and intense. We have to be mindful of our energies. So with that said, we'll probably keep the list to about 4 to 6 people today, and we'll see how we feel, and we'll go from there. That sound good to you, Bronwyn?
Sounds good.
Beautiful. Renee, welcome again. Welcome everybody for joining. Thank you all again, and I will be posting the PayPal information momentarily.
If you want a spot and you're going to donate, can you just let me know? We don't have a moderator today. We're gonna try this and we'll see how this goes. But I don't have a moderator, so if you would like a spot and you go to donate, just let me know that you're going to donate. Thank you,
Yes.
Renee, don't. Oh no, it's mountain time. I was gonna say, don't you have a free live coming up? Never mind. Sorry, Renee.
Oh, great. I see Renee when she says. Okay, great. I am posting in the comments now, and if you can, just take a moment, share out for us. That way we can get started as soon as possible.
Hello, Heather. Angelica, thank you for laughing at my corny joke. I just wanted to say thank you. So if you're just joining, it's $25 for a mini reading. If you're going to donate to Zay's PayPal, if you want a spot, let me know that you are donating. Because spots are limited, we're going to limit the amount because this takes a lot of energy.
Yes, indeed.
It wasn't corny. You're cute. Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. So I have just dropped that into the comments. I'm going to be pinning it, and anybody who is interested can feel free to make those donations as they desire. Copy this over.
And once you've donated, just post that you've donated, and then post if you have. We can take 2 questions per person. So if you have any questions, post the questions as well beside it, and we'll see how this goes.
Yes. It is weird that it's not working for some reason, so we have to do this another way. Just bear with us all. We will be getting into it momentarily. Set there. Scroll that. And boom. That should be good. All right, so the information is down at the bottom, scrolling below your screen. If you can, take a moment, share out. If you are donating, please drop a comment, drop your questions, let Bronwyn know. I'm going to start taking some breaths and start to connect. Is that good with you, Bronwyn?
Yep.
Beautiful. So just pop back over here. All right. And I have just drank a mix of mugwort and tulsi herbs. These are help. Well, Bronwyn, you can explain the herbs a little bit more, but these help me to relax and get into a deeper connected state. And just tea is just good for you. So let me just clear out the energy with a little bit of sound.
Angelic Love Messenger, can you send me your name? I don't know who you are. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's Vaishu. She's awesome. Okay.
Yes, Jimmy, thank you. I'll say that in a minute. You just went from happy, joyful energy to peaceful in an instant. While Zay is doing that, I just wanted to just put it out there that this is not a mental health service. If anybody is struggling with mental health issues or just struggling because life is throwing stuff at them and it's difficult, Jimmy posted some helplines, and we would encourage you to reach out to a professional. And the same goes for physical issues. This is not medical advice. No one here is qualified. And so if you are experiencing medical issues, we do encourage you to go and see a physician.
I'm ready, Bronwyn.
Okay, this is gonna sound strange, and I don't know why I'm gonna say this, but can you? Okay, this is really gonna sound strange. Can you call in a guide for me and whatever message they have? Relay it before we begin. I'm sorry. That's what came through. No, my guides. We still have 3 more spots left if anybody is interested.
So I'm seeing a golden winged lion. feeling like courage, backbone. And I feel this shell over your torso. And he's saying you're suppressing yourself. Life is forcing you to come out of this shell, this collapse. But you continue to suppress yourself more than you need and acting as your own hindrance. You do have the key to open that cage and let yourself breathe. And you're starting to more and more expand your breath, expand your vision, and stand in who you are. But it's only through life forcing you. If you allow that self to go with the flow more, you'll not have to deal with as much resistance.
Okay. If Vishu, if you can send your question, hun, that would be great. Thank you for the message. I like my turtle shell though. I'm just saying it's my comfort zone. But yes, it was received. And like,
Acceptance of situations, learning to open your hands and allow. There's a force trying to move through your life, and it rattles the cages, it breaks your control, and so you resist and fight. But if you accept, you allow yourself to step over the hurdle of fear and simply being and trusting, it's going to bring you to new spaces, not safe spaces, but spaces of growth and prosperity and healing. It's going to require a lot of trust and letting go. And that is the most difficult part.
okay, so now I know why you had to do that. Because I feel like something's been lifted and I feel more open. So I wasn't trying to get a free read, guys. I'm sorry. I never do that. But I do feel a lot lighter. So thank you to my guide and thank you, Zay. Are we okay to move on or is there more?
You have this golden lion beast, this golden winged lion beast. He has armor on. It's just like showing me this underlining layer of courage that you're not aware of that you have. You only encounter it in times of real duress. Do you ever see it come up? And you often attribute it to, well, I had to. I had to. Life took me there. I had no choice and I had to do that. But you're not acknowledging what is within, and that is you. That is your strength. That is your power. Acknowledge and validate that in yourself. Empower yourself, embolden yourself. You will need that to step over that hurdle of fear.
It's strange because it took me completely, like now I'm in, yesterday with Renee, I was in a white space. Now I'm in a gold space completely.
Gold and orange, that's the energy, that's the color. It's
Mm-hmm.
solar plexus, it's courage, strength, and sense of self. This is bolstering that sense of self. If you are on this call, allow yourself to receive.
Okay. Actually, while he's doing that, one of the things is if even if you don't pay for a reading, if you can calm your breathing, do the exercises with us, and you should get something out of it. I'm sorry for the feedback, guys.
I'm complete.
Okay, so can you tell me where you are?
Mm. I'm in my own stomach. I feel just like so blown up, like a raft in water. It's like bloatedness, but it feels like bloated with energy.
Okay.
It feels like it's all sitting in my stomach and it's making me kind of float.
Okay. So while you're in, are you okay to read?
Hmm.
Okay to read? Can you call in Renee's guides?
Mm. So there are two guides here, and they really feel like opposites. One is sitting in the color of a navy blue energy, and then there's this baby blue sky energy that's much lighter and much less dense. So the navy blue energy feels like somebody you may have known, like a deceased loved one, feels very grounded and very earthly. And the sky blue energy is feeling very etheric. I won't even say any particular higher dimension as far as like it's angelic or whatever, but it feels honestly almost galactic, extraterrestrial in this sense. It feels like another species or culture, more evolved beings, but it doesn't feel like spirit. Just a higher perspective, a higher understanding, and a very earthly, grounded perspective. Like the cattle and the dove. So they're talking about these two energies, these two perspectives, they work together, they come together and align within you. And you know this already, but the train of thought being that this higher perspective is to help inform and influence the direction you move in this deeper, denser perspective. And it feels like you've come to a point of getting confused or mixed between the two and almost feeling like they're opposites and somehow you're lost. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? Should I act human? Should I act higher dimensional? And it's causing a lot of chaos in your being because you're trying to figure out how to be appropriate in these different realms of your life. And it's talking about all of this being you. This is all you. And there's no need for you to be one way or another, but get really clear in your own truth so that whatever way you're being is consistent in the direction you want to move. So the higher perspective is offering direction to the lower, but it's the lower that is moving through that experience. You're moving through that lower experience. And so you get the higher perspective, but if you're really clear in who you are, that higher perspective will help influence you, but you're still able to move in the direction of your choosing here in this lower realm. And so to bring them into alignment is not to see them as I'm being different. I have to be human here and I have to be, heavenly there. But it's more, I have to be me here. And so when you get clear in that and when you get really strong and defiant almost, and in this sense of this is who I am, this is my truth, and I'm not going to waver from it for anyone, then everything else takes shape around you. These energies start to move in unison around you while you sit here in the still point of your own truth. Stop wrestling with yourself, thinking you have to be one way or another, and really coming to a place of understanding that you just got to be real. You just got to be real and true to you, to your truth, to your perspective, to your insights. And the more honest you are about that, the more everything else is going to clear up. Because everything else is going to move to fit your world as opposed to you shape shifting to fit in all the other worlds.
Okay, this is going to be weird. Renee, you're an admin. It's strange because I was talking to Zay earlier and I asked him if people could join the live and actually come on camera. And we had decided that that is not something that can be done today. But Zay, can you ask the guides if you're supposed to put Renee in the bubble? I don't know what that means, just ask. And Renee, is there any way you can come on to the live for a minute? You're probably the only person who could come on.
I can.
So if I forwarded Renee the link, would she be able to go on, Zay?
Yes.
Okay, Renee, I'm going to forward you a link. Hang on a second. If you can come on to the live, this
She'll,
typically can.
she'll have to let us know when she joins so I can add her to the stream.
Okay. So I just copied the link that you sent me, Renee, and I sent it to you. If you can come on and receive your healing on. Zay and I had talked about this earlier. We decided not to do it today, but I'm being told he needs to put you in the bubble, and I'm being told to put you on, even though my human's is saying no and resisting. I'm gonna go with intuition. Is that okay, Renee? I can't see Zay either. Like I can't see if she was backstage.
Not yet.
Can you describe what you see around you right now?
Just like a thin film, kind of floating in between spaces. Half here, half there.
Okay. Just to explain, Renee, the reason why I'm asking you to come on for a minute is because while he's talking, I am getting sadness followed by frustration and inability to management it. So it's almost like, well, I mean, we had this conversation that you do transmute things for other people, so but you're feeling it a lot, and then that can cause so many other emotions. And for some reason, the bubble that he's supposed to put you in is supposed to help you to alleviate those.
Oh, she's on.
those.
Hi, Renee.
Hello.
If you're on Renee's or Jimmy's friend list this year, then they can tag you because you're not on mine. But yes, I will get them to tag you or Ada. Okay, so now do your thing. And this healing that's coming through is
So, Renee, just allow yourself to kind of sync up with me as best you can.
Okay.
And open to receive.
you may focus on your heart space and your heartbeat to maintain regulation. Now, Renee, as he's doing that, just release from you, if that makes sense. And let me know when you feel that drop and the desire to just and purge goes away. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Lighter.
Before you pull out of it, Zay, can you just put it in a bubble? Whatever that means. Jimmy, can you tag this year, please? And Renee, can you just send some healing back to Zay? How are you doing, Zay? Are you okay? And when you're ready, Renee, you can just open your eyes. Can you describe how you feel, Renee?
Her guys are still working with her.
Okay. We'll just leave that. I'm not sure why we went there, guys. What I was getting was a release, that she needs a release. Because when we hold other people's energy inside of us, oftentimes we just want to feel like we want to scream at somebody. And it just becomes too much. But she needed that release in a positive kind of way to get all of that out. So I guess whatever happens, happens, and we just leave it up to spirit. So as long as we are okay. Zay's pretty powerful. That was pretty amazing. Vishu, are you here, hun? We also have 3 spots left if anybody wanted to donate. Maybe I'll say 2 because it's running a little bit long. 2 spots left if anybody would like.
Okay. Should I release Renee? Bronwyn?
Pardon?
Should I release Renee?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm sorry. Totally forgot.
Thank you, Renee.
Thank you.
Do you want to? We're still waiting for the other girl. Did you want to just explain how you feel?
Yeah, sure.
Me,
There we go.
me or Zay?
Yeah, I'm just going back in and clearing out my energy, I think.
Okay. How you feeling, Renee? I can't see. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm good. Yeah, I feel a lot better, a lot lighter.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you. Love you both.
You're
Bye.
awesome. Thank you. Okay, so we are
Okay.
still waiting on Vishu. Is there anyone else who wanted a reading while we're waiting?
I'm gonna take some more breaths and go back in.
Okay. Okay, Ada, when you're donated, come back. This might have been about us. This might have been about us, guys, because remember at the beginning I said, pull in my guide, and then it turned into Renee being pulled on. Oh, okay, so Kim, you're going to donate? Okay, hang on, guys. I just want to make sure that I get it right because sometimes my brain will invert things and it's not good. So Kim and Ida, once you've donated, let me know that you're back on because we don't want to go until we're back on. Kim, you work really, really well with the Divine Masculine, which is absolutely amazing. I think the Divine Masculine is very underrated. Um, It's very important, and you work really well. You have a really good balance between the two, Kim. I just wanted to say that. Okay, so Kim has donated. So, can you call in Kim's guides?
Which Kim?
Oh, I'm sorry, Kim Chemistry.
Mm.
Kim had a question.
Kim, I'm getting a message to be mindful of your legs, ankles, knees, hips, particularly the joints. Just maintenance and circulation and skincare, all of these things you want to be mindful of because you carry a lot on you, and all that you carry on you is directly affecting the legs. So, keeping your roots strong, keeping that base strong.
Sorry, Vishu, we had to move on just because of about him being in the energy. So we can do your next then. We will do your next. So what energy is coming in for her for as her guides?
I think it's Prince. Oh, it's Prince. Okay, Kim. I know we love Michael Jackson, but I'm feeling Prince big time. Okay, yeah.
Her question was actually, NJ and I have a project. What steps can I take?
Okay, so Prince says, first thing, baby girl, you have to be willing to be seen in your uniqueness. Your uniqueness is your power, and all those ways that you judge it or think yourself less than because of your uniqueness, you're discrediting your actual power, and you have to be willing to be seen in all ferocity in your own uniqueness. You are different, and you don't have to be the same or change for anyone. It's okay to own who you are and work that fierceness. Don't be afraid to be yourself and to be uniquely different because that is going to make you stand out, and that is going to get you the the shine you deserve. And as scary as that may be, the world needs to see you. And so do not be afraid to let yourself shine in your own unique ways. You've got a very creative and artistic spirit, and so there are a lot of artists around you. And we connect in that musical energy. So I just feel all these vibrations coming through me right now. Mm. I don't know why it was important. Prince feels like he just came in to deliver that message, and he feels like he's floating off. They're
Kim,
bringing attention back to your legs.
yeah.
Take care of your legs best you
Um,
can.
Kim, do you use your voice at all for healings? So either singing or light language, because it's coming through as that's really really powerful. Is your voice and the healing power of your voice, because your voice is a frequency, right? And our voices can, like, I don't know. I'm just really really focused on your voice.
Mm.
Um, do you have pain in your legs, Kim? Or your hips or wherever? Oh, okay. Light language coming in angelic tones. Okay. I feel like your light language, experiment with your voice and experiment with the pitches of it. Because I think that you can definitely tap into a bunch of different realms. I have no idea what I'm talking about when I'm talking about light language, but I feel like it's really your voice and your voice for healing, but your voice for also healing yourself. Like,
The
okay,
ability to harmonize. I'm feeling it's not so much about your ability to project and be loud with your voice, but your ability to harmonize and fall into the frequencies and fall into the right pitches and pockets.
yeah.
That is where you can use the energy to heal. Oh, airto oh, airto oh, yeah. Oh, you don't have to be loud or singing outright, although you can go as loud and vibrant as you wish or need to. But playing with those pitches, as Bronwyn says.
I think it will help. I think it will help you too because I don't know you. So again, I'm just going off of what I'm getting. I don't. It's like you're a very strong woman, and you're okay with saying things, but you kind of shut down if somebody shuts you down. Um, so I feel like those practices with your voice are going to help you to hold that pitch, no matter what anyone else throws at you. Um, does that make sense? Like people are able to actually take your voice away sometimes. It's getting better, but that's how it feels. Yeah, and that like it's healing for yourself. It will heal yourself to sit there and to play around with that and play around with tones and stuff. And I don't really know anything about music, so I hope I'm making sense to you as I'm
Feeling
saying
a
this.
lot of the energy also moving into the heart space as I play with the tones, and it's just as you play with them, you will heal yourself. You will add these. It is a more effective tool for you to direct energy in your own body and in your own vessel.
Yes, there we go.
So, like moving the energy even down to your feet in a conscious level, you'll be able to use your voice uh, and work it down to your feet and feel that energy there.
Can can you do that with her? So Kim, for your first, I just want to say you are a very intelligent woman and you're a very independent woman. Like you do things kind of on your own. So just know that. And I think like sometimes your intelligence and your spiritual side play a little game of ping pong back and forth, but the two actually complement each other, and we do need both sides of our brain. Um, and your truth is truth. So yeah. Okay, so Kim, she says Zay, she's toning with you now. So can you tone with her, whatever that means?
Ooh, ah. When you bring in when you add the tone, bring in the energy to it. And feel that vibration ripple throughout your body. Wah, hey, ya, oh. Hirotoko ai, aroto ai, ya. Ariatoko ai, ariate. E, oh, ah, oh.
Did you feel any effect from that? Well, I think you did, hon. Did you feel any effect, Kim? That was beautiful. Um, Vishu, are you still here, hon? Angelic Love Messenger. Jimmy, if you're still on, or Ada, can you tag her? What other people say about you is not true, Kim. Some people are just jerks. I just kind of need to say that for myself as well. Yes, good. Okay. And you're all good. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay. So now, Zay, can you call in guides for Vishu? Am I saying that right? Do you have
Vaishu?
Vaishu? Okay. Do you have a question, Vaishu? And while we're waiting, Zay, can you just call her guides in or the energy in? Okay, thanks, son.
So there's a very motherly energy here, but it's your own. It's your own energy, almost emanating from your own heart space. It's been mothering you. That's been with you, mothering you. This is a broader aspect of your own self, and kind of cocooning you at this time is a real sense of needing to nestle you in love as you work on forgiveness and healing. How forgiveness can lead to healing, personal healing, and how difficult that journey can be. All of the mental games and the ways that your own mind can convince you that you've forgiven, that you've moved forward, that these things no longer affect you, and the way you still react and find yourself stumbling when triggers hit you, and that stimuli is risen again to make you realize there's more forgiveness and healing work to be done. And it's like you haven't been granted this grace or courtesy much in your own life. And so you're still learning how to do it yourself. And the things you've gone through are not necessarily deserving of forgiveness or any kind of allowance. However, the forgiveness and the healing is for your sake. It's allowing you to move forward and to untether yourself from these chains. You're teaching yourself this through your processes, through these lessons. You're giving yourself the love you should have and all are deserving of. That love that you may have never received from others. Sometimes we have to give that to ourselves. And so this message of really mothering yourself through the process, being kind and gentle to yourself and understanding when you go off or you flip or you have a rash reaction, that these things come with a reason and that you're learning and you're learning to adapt and adjust and change. But it is a process. So be forgiving with yourself even as you move forward, as opposed to judgmental and beating on yourself and adding onto the pile of perpetrations that has been inflicted upon you in the past. It's time to really let some of that stuff go. And we start that by working with forgiveness for ourselves. And so, really, this essence of mothering yourself, doing for yourself, So this energy, it feels like a presence, and it feels like someone that's passed already, and this sense of not having been able to themselves gift you in the physical that experience and that example of love. And so impulses coming through you, through your own heart, of what love is and how it should be expressed. And you start that in the process of giving it to yourself, loving yourself, forgiving yourself, healing your wounds through the process. It's okay when you have reactions. It's okay when you have bad days. It's okay when you want to bury yourself beneath the blankets, because through all of that nurturing and that nursing and cocooning of yourself, you come out stronger, you come out brighter whenever you choose to step out of the dark. But in the dark, healing occurs as well. And so allow yourself to go to do what you need to do in the most forgiving of ways, and know that you're learning and you're growing. Be cognizant of the process without being judgmental of it. There's just this huge outpouring of love towards you, in a sense of just really wanting to hug you and just embrace you.
Sometimes I say things that aren't too popular or a little bit strange, so I'm giving my warning ahead of time, sweetie. I don't know if you believe in dark energy, but I feel you do. I know, I feel you felt it, and or seen it. And I just need to tell you not to be afraid of it. The dark energy that we see is just their own shadows. By fearing the dark, you actually feed the dark. So it's very important to neutralize that energy. But I feel like that has been something that's come up in your life. That you do believe in it, and that there is a little bit of fear there towards it. That fear is actually feeding that energy. So just remember that the dark energy, you, whether you see or feel, although I feel like you have a lot of the clairs, but whether you see it, feel it, or hear it, it cannot hurt you. Um, and the more that we neutralize that and are no longer afraid of the dark and turn on the light, then we realize it. When my daughter, she would call it going to heaven. When she went to heaven, they showed her, brought her to a room, and they said, "Find your fear." She found her fear, and then they turned the light on. And this is when she was little, and she was just like, "Oh, it's there's nothing to be afraid of." So a shadow in the light is always something totally different. The other thing is, I don't know if you have children, but I'm getting an aunt energy, like that favorite aunt. I don't know if you mentor girls or you do any mentoring, but what's coming up is breaking cycles in other people's families. And my message is weird, hon. It's okay. Is breaking those cycles in other people's families. Because we break cycles in our own life, in our own bloodline, but you seem to be breaking them in other people's families. So I don't know what that means, other than I am kind of getting that there's mentorship going on or will be going on, and just uh, they're proud of you for that, and they think it's beautiful. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. If you aren't doing them for teenage girls, start. Start, because you have that personality that is very much, there are some women who are just girl women. My poor daughters, I'm not a girl woman, but you are. And they just have this feminine energy, and they just click, and they're fun to be around, and they're whatever. And how we view teenage girls is very broken in our world. We don't value them. How we view teenage boys is as well. But for you, you just have that energy, and it's absolutely, absolutely wonderful and amazing. Um, So the sessions
When
that you
you
do for people are working, and they are helping to break cycles, hun. So just know that.
when you give back those lessons that you yourself have learned, you pay that forward, that
There.
cycle adds to your own healing.
Yes. He just summed it up. He's like Cole's notes for me. They're all Cole's notes for me. Okay, so for you, you give out a lot to other people, and today you're not going to have to give out, you're just going to receive. So Zay talked a lot about the energy of love, and your guides wanting to hug you, so we're going to let your guides hug you. And so take a deep breath in, hold that breath, and hold that light, which you connected to almost immediately, and release. Take a deep breath in, hun. Hold that breath and hold that light, and release. You are an important, beautiful, intelligent, worthy woman. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath and release. And I just need you to pick your feet up off the floor and shake them out. Take one more breath. In and out. Put your hands out and say, do your thing. Keep your breathing deep and slow. Okay, guys. So whenever you're ready, we're going to do Ada next.
Mm-hmm.
Vishnu, you totally have it that you could take a group of girls and have a total girls' night and just provide that safe place. I just want to reinforce that because that's coming through so strong. You're like the aunt that they want to sleep over at their house because you'll do face masks and pedicures and all that stuff. So, I don't know, mentoring. Ada, do you have a question?
Ada, herbal breath work. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
There's something going on with the throat and the lungs and the respiratory. Herbal breath work. We talking peppermint, eucalyptus, teas, things of that nature while doing breath work. Continue to open and expand the lungs. Continue to use the teas as soothing balms for the throat. Speaking your truth. All of these things will be good for just clearing those passageways and allowing free flowing breath. Herbal breath work.
Can you call in the energy guide?
Mm. So there's like healing guide here for her. I just feel called to focus on her throat a lot. Stay hydrated. Warm fluids, the better. Citrus is good. Not too much because they can strip the throat, though.
Ida, I'm going to send you the link for StreamYard, okay? Ida, you're... Sorry. Oh. Ada, you're detoxing your life in many different ways. You're detoxing spiritually and emotionally and physically, like your environment, but you got to detox physically. Do a physical detox. It's so weird because what came through is you got strong urine. I'm just relaying because it came through. But, hun, you're also feeding fear in your life. And by that I mean you're feeding it's again the darker energies and the feeling of them and the awareness of those dark energies. So just be careful. Dark energies are real. We have both in this world. But they cannot hurt you if we do not allow them to, and it's our emotions that allow them to either way. But there is a kudos, especially your environment. Your environment is I don't know if you've been smudging and doing cleansing that way, but your environment is very clear. The air and the energy in the environment is very clear in like your whole house, except your kitchen, not so much. But the rest of your house is very, very clear. And it just a kudos is coming through, and they're proud of you for your effort and everything that you're doing. You smudged yesterday. Okay, I can feel that. Um, they're proud of you for everything that you're doing, and they're very proud of you for being focused on you and focused on your journey versus focused on um, money or how do I use this, which is okay when people get to that point in their journey, but you've really focused on healing yourself, and there is a kudo coming through for that. Are you able to join the live for the healing, Ada?
I have a message for Ada.
Okay.
There's a reason why you get so many messages about grounding. It's a very elderly guide for you. And he's saying that this ties into what Bronwyn said about darker energies. He's saying keeping your foot on solid ground. You often get guided to go and ground and go in nature and go to the water or these other things that really help to ground you. And it's not always just about grounding for the sake of the heavens or grounding because you need to ground your root chakra. There are many purposes and reasons for grounding: to connect with Gaia, to connect into the harmony of life, into that circadian rhythm that is the tree and the human, the oxygen and carbon monoxide exchange. There's all sorts of reasons we can ground. But one of these reasons that's very potent for you is the essence that grounding gives you. It's a very earthly activity, and it pulls you and keeps you connected in your body and keeps you connected here in the real world. And so, especially when it comes to dealing with these darker energies, that grounding is going to help you resist any kind of illusions, any kind of wanting to get caught up in the sway or any kind of influence there because of your grounded nature. At the same time, this groundedness can also have the influence of appearing to keeping us disconnected from those more heavenly realms. And so our abilities and our intuition and insight can seem as not as fancy or powerful, but there's the sense that your your abilities and your natural gifts are very rooted in this grounded reality, and it is a beautiful experience. It's a very powerful and healing experience to be able to dance in the polarity of both the light and the dark by staying grounded. The grounded is not going to let you get swept away by the darker energies, but it's also going to prevent you from getting too swept away by these lighter energies. But learning to accept the grace of that and the safety and protection that does provide, and working in your sphere of influence, which is right here, real world, interactive, and engaging with all aspects of your reality. So when you work with others, when you're working with yourself, things may seem sometimes monotonous. It may seem sometimes like a drag or a dull, but that's because you're dealing with these denser real world energies, not because there's something bad or wrong with you. It is because that is where your strong suits lie. Your strong suits lie really connecting with the earth, connecting with the elements here, connecting in your reality and influencing, working with those you love, and the actual connections and engagements with the people in your life, as opposed to these flamboyant experiences of conversing with etheric realms and things of that nature. Just accept the beauty and grace of how special you are right here in this grounded real world reality without feeling like you're not enough there or you're going to get swept away by the dark there. But right here, you are perfect, and this is where all your strength and power lies. And you have so much to offer here where you're needed the most, with your power and your insight, with your knowledge, your experience, all that you've gone through, both in this incarnation as well as other incarnations. It's okay to be very real world and ground floor with what you do, because this is your strong suit here in the earthly realm. So keeping your foot on solid ground is necessary in your path and process, and this is what's going to keep you from getting too caught up in the darker energies. But don't think that that is a punishment in keeping you away from any higher energies. The higher energies are with you just like the darker ones. It's just how are they expressed here in the real world, and that's what you're experiencing. Okay, so just that understanding of why being grounded and doing your grounding work is going to be very important for you as you continue to move forward. When you get all those messages about grounding, know that there's deeper layers to it than just go ground because you want to be connected to the earth. Okay, it's very multidimensional for you, but grounding is very important for you.
She is backstage, Zay. Can you add her? And one more thing, Ada, and this is kind of a shadow message for you. When it comes to us taking on people's energy. That's a
Hi,
conscious
Ada.
decision.
I
So Ada, stop taking responsibility for other people's happiness. That mindset is what's causing you to take on the dark energy. You're creating it inside you with your feelings of guilt of I didn't do enough for this person or that person. You're responsible for your dark energy, and that's how it's getting in. The passageway inside of you is guilt, and it is yeah, tons and tons and tons of guilt. So let that go because you're a wonderful person, and Spirit is proud of you. Okay, so consciously release as he does this, Zeta, and focus on your heart chakra. Ground your heart to the earth.
Allow yourself to receive.
Ada, you're beautiful, beautiful soul.
Your gods are working with her now. Feels lighter.
Hmm. How are you feeling, Ada?
yeah. There's warm sensation over my body, and I'm kind of like in a green bubble, and I rooted my heart chakra into the ground.
Beautiful.
Do you feel a release and feel lighter?
Yes,
Okay. What's the bubble?
love.
Oh, all right. Because that came up earlier too with Renee. I was like, what's the bubble? Okay. So you can just sit in that for a minute, Miss Ada. Say where that. Okay. Is there anyone who donated that did not get a reading before I say this? I'm just making sure I don't think I missed anybody, but if I did, can you please let me know right now? And if nobody lets me know, Zay, I think that's it. Did you want to open it up again, or are you good? That's a lot of energy.
If there's anybody who's still on who would like, I could keep going.
Is there anybody who's on here that would like a reading? Um, the energy exchange. I'm learning the lingo. The energy exchange is $25. And yeah. So I'll just wait for a minute to see. So Claudia, or how do you say it, Claudia or Claudia? Um, did you donate and did you want a reading? I feel so rude asking that.
Warrior 2.
So while we're waiting, I'm just gonna wait for Claudia. I hope I'm saying your name right, hun. Her response. She said she was here, but I'm not exactly sure what that means. There is a message coming through though that you're supposed to say right now. Can you relay that?
Relax. This world is tying you all up into knots. Life doesn't have to be as stressful. It is okay to relax.
Mm-hmm.
Relax. Like the breath, just allow life to flow through you. It's not a horse that you need to wrestle and wrangle to the ground to control. Relax.
If you're on here, we're gonna do just a quick exercise with Zay right now, just to send healing for everyone that's on the live, because I feel there are a couple of people who could really benefit from it. So we'll do that for free right now before we end. So if everyone can get comfortable and sitting with your palms facing upward, if you know how to do it, open up your mind and open up your body to receive the energy. So I'll just give you a minute to do that. If you don't know how to do that, that's okay. Just open up your hands.
Okay, I'm gonna pop off.
Oh, sorry, sweetie. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
I can't see you, so I forget.
Oh, okay. Love you guys.
Love you
Hey,
too.
hey.
So I want everyone to take your feet up off the ground and shake your feet out and actually visualize like you're shaking energy off. So we're going to unground is what we're going to do. Get your feet back on the ground. And as they breathe, I want you to breathe with him and breathe in light from your feet all the way up your body and breathe it out of your crown chakra when he stops breathing or when he breathes out. Okay, so he's going to guide your breathing. Receive his healing, receive his light, and use your own light in the visualization. Okay, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
So everyone, just allow yourself to sink in and follow along with the breath. We're going to take a deep breath in, hold, and out. When we breathe in, you want to breathe in a nice full breath into the belly. Go past the chest, go deep down into the diaphragm. And breathe in, hold, and out. And allow yourself to relax with this breath. In. And out. While we breathe in light. Hold. And out. One more time. Into the belly. Hold. And out. Allow yourself to relax and feel your body. As you continue to breathe, there's energy flowing through each and every cell. Feel. And with that, we are complete.
Okay, so I just want to thank everybody who donated today and everybody who came on the live to, as Claudia said, as a witness and to support however they can. Thank you very much. Before we end, though, I just want to say something. Trauma creates racing thoughts. A lot of people have them. It's just a result of trauma. And a lot of people ask, how do I stop the thoughts? Breathing is how you stop those thoughts. When you are breathing, you cannot. If you're focusing on your breath, you cannot focus on those thoughts. And the more that you do that, the more that you put yourself into that state where you're not focusing on those thoughts, you're literally teaching your brain that it's okay to relax. And your brain, the more you spend in a relaxed state, the more your brain is going to go back to that relaxed state. So anyone watching that wants to know how to stop the thoughts, it's breath work. Contact Zay. He knows this stuff. But it's breath work. That is literally the answer to that. I want to thank everybody because the energy on this live was absolutely phenomenal. Again, a very positive experience, and thank you so much to everyone, and thank you to everybody who's helped out, like in the comments about directing me. Is there anything you want to say, Zay?
Thank you all for joining. And be sure to check out our Six Spirits page where we're offering these type of experiences because we all have different approaches and abilities, but we are offering these experiences to help all of us connect deeper, experience more healing, more truth, more authenticity. And so we appreciate all the support. And thank you for supporting me in my healing as well, because I've been very grateful to receive all of the love as I've been going through my healing journey. And I'm so grateful to be part of this movement as I come back into offering myself and giving services again. So thank you, Bronwyn.
And thank you to Zay because that was a lot of energy output. And Jimmy and I will be live on Sunday. And just a reminder, I have no idea how the lives are going to go. They have no idea how the lives are going to go. So we just pop on. And if you want a reading, join us there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
For your help, Jimmy.
Bye.
Bye.